Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ashley. You can also call me Ash, and this is Ash Meowed, where I play Animal Crossing on my brand new island. However, today, as you can see, we are going on a little adventure. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I have been playing Animal Crossing since the game came out on my Switch Lite. And because of that, I was unable to make videos or stream or anything on that device because you can only do that from a regular Switch. So today we're going to be flying over to Pixie Port, to my other island, so I can show you guys some of the progress that I've made over there. I will give a little disclaimer that it is an unfinished island. And we're going to be looking at some of the parts of the island that are completed or currently completed. I hesitate to say that parts are completed because I have a tendency to change things often, but I wanted to showcase some of the stuff that I've done over there since I haven't been able to show it off. I thought we would do something a little bit different today, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let's head on over and see what Pixie Port has to offer. Alright, so here we can see the flyover. I will warn you, there is flowers everywhere that are not necessarily supposed to be there because I'm breeding extras. I have utilized a lot of flowers on this island, but here is my flyover. We see beautiful bow down there. Actually, I'm really happy with my flyover currently. That last area that you saw is the area that I most recently completed, and it's probably the thing I'm the most proud of. Alright, so here we are on Pixie Port. This is my other island. It's really exciting to see it from someone else's perspective. This is my entrance. I'm not entirely happy with it right now, but this is what it looks like. Bo is so cute up there. Oh my goodness. I do consider this island to be FAIRYCORE. There are definitely elements that you could dispute that, but I don't stick too strongly to a theme. Over here I have 3 floats because I am hoarding them, I guess. I don't know. So what you'll see, like I was saying before, is a lot of this nonsense, a lot of trash and stuff. And this is the reason that I don't yet have a dream address for this island, because it's just not completed, to be completely honest with you. So this is the Waterfall Area when you first come in. I'm gonna get on my camera so you can see a good view of it. So this is the Waterfall Area when you first come in. I could say this is still kind of part of my entrance. I recently worked on this area and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot going on up there. And then if you come around the back side here, you can see that I also have a cute little picnic, a moon chair, all sorts of stuff. Flurry's here hanging out. I guess I should show you guys my current map. So let's take a look at that really quick. This is what my map looks like at the moment. Again, it's a work in progress, so please don't take any of this to heart. But I am actually currently happy with how my map looks. I'm not someone who usually dotes on that very much, but I'm pretty happy with it currently. On this island, I have myself, my second villager, which is Twinkle. She's supposed to be a fairy because this is a FAIRYCORE island after all. I have Fuchsia and Skye and Annabelle. The 3 of them in my head are like besties. They are some of the ones who came to my island early on, and I just haven't let them go yet. The villagers on this island are not fully set in stone, but I have grown so attached to them that it's going to be hard to let them go if I decide to. But that's where that's at right now. The next group that I would consider like besties on my island is obviously Eric, Bo, and Fauna. They all live in the same area as well, and I've kind of designated little neighborhoods in my island for these groups. Lucky is my best friend and favorite villager, so he lives really close to me. And then we have Lionel and Dobie, my 2 intelligent men that live up over by the museum. And then Flurry lives next door to my other player, Twinkle, because that is going to eventually be a whimsical forest, potentially Christmas-themed area. So if we go back down this way, we can see this area where I have created a little fairy neighborhood. Obviously this looks a little bit better in the night, but this is what it currently looks like. Let's take a closer look. So there you have that area. Again, some things that I feel like I struggle with are perspective, so I need to work on that. This area I'm really proud of. Like I said, it's the most recent area that I finished, and it's heavily inspired by FAIRYCORE, or my take on FAIRYCORE. On my old iteration of this island, I had a lot of these checkerboard paths, and I took them all out when I flattened the island, and this is the first time that I've brought one back, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. But yeah, this is this area, and I just am pretty happy with it currently. This kind of corner might change a little bit because I don't know if I quite love it, but that's that. If you head down here, we have Fauna's little yard. She has a little garden and a garden wagon. I like to imagine that she works on the flowers down there. And then back here is Eric's little area. Of course, he has a picnic basket because that boy is always hungry. Honestly, like I said, very happy with how this area has turned out. I feel like it's really coming along, and it's something that I worked really hard on actually and just felt super inspired for a week or two ago, and it just turned out better than I actually imagined, I think. And then if we head back up this way, it takes us to my one attempt at a perspective type area, which is my balloon viewing spot. I don't really know what to call this exactly, but I've had kind of a hard time getting this area to be viewable in the way that I want it to be, but it's not terrible. I'm actually pretty proud of it and happy with how it is looking at the moment. Okay, and if we continue up this way, it takes us over this bridge, and we get to see my best friend, Lucky. Hey! Well, he's not gonna know me because I'm myself, but I'm also not myself. I look exactly the same, and I have the same name, so come on, Lucky. You should know me. I just love him so much. Up here, obviously, a work in progress. I have this path, which I'm not sure if it's gonna stay. I like the circles, but I just don't know. What you're seeing here is a hoard that I'm collecting to bring to my other island eventually. I've only brought a little bit over there so far, but I haven't touched it with my new player because I don't want her to be tainted yet by having all of this stuff in her catalog, but I dropped it off on the beach, so some of it's over there, but this stuff is all going to Concordia to help me progress a little bit and get some more DIYs, all that kind of stuff. Over here is an area that I was really proud of when I first finished it, but right now, I don't know, I feel like I need to tweak it a little bit, but this is my fairy forest campsite area. As you can see, there is a lot of flowers. That was kind of the idea. There is my campsite over here, and then up on the hill you can see that there are some kids' tents as well. It's kind of supposed to be a whimsical type area where you can come and camp on my island, and then there's a nice little lookout over here if you follow this rock path where you can stand and look out into the ocean, and you can also see if Red is coming today, which he is not, of course. When does Red ever come to my island? As you can see down here, I have a little cemetery for my boy Lucky. I'm really not happy with this area. The fence kind of ruins the aesthetic of my campsite, and I do plan to take it out and do something with this spot. However, it was one of the first things I did, and I did it for my baby Lucky, so I left it there. However, if we come down these stairs here, you can see a little area that I am actually really proud of, and I call this Lucky's Restaurant. I tried to really match it to Lucky's house because I love him so much. So as you can see, there's a lot of purple and black going on, a lot of whimsy though. I tried to carry that through. So yeah, that's what we have going on in this area. So we're gonna head back up this way. And if we sneak through the front of the campsite, we can see there's a little log bridge here that takes us over the lake, and then we come around this way. Obviously this area is quite unfinished, but over here is Dobie's house, and I'm really happy with this little nook that I've done on top of his house. I kind of think of these little upstairs nooks as like backyards for my villagers, and his is just really cute. Back here is the area where Flurry and my other villager live. This is eventually going to be some sort of Forest Valley Christmas type area, maybe. I still don't know. I'm a little bit meh about that. And then if we head down this staircase, it takes us down this path, which leads to my secret beach. Again, this area I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with. I've had quite a few different ideas for this little canyon, but none of them have really stuck. So we'll see what happens over here. If we come back up and around, I'm going to take you over to Lionel's house. So up this staircase takes you to Lionel's area, and Dobie's hanging out over here because they're best bros. I'm pretty content with this area. It leads up to the museum over that bridge to the right, so I tried to make it pretty intelligent. I think of Lionel as a really smart villager. I imagine that he reads a lot, he speaks multiple languages, he's just a very well-rounded dude, and so I wanted his area to reflect that. As we come over this bridge here, it takes us up to the museum, and you can see on the right I have a little star fragment field, which looks really pretty in the nighttime. Right now it looks a little bit stupid. I plan to put some custom paths down there, but I haven't done that yet. And over here on the left we have my little butterfly canyon. There's a waterfall that goes down into it, and I really like how this looks when you walk over the bridge to the museum. Alright, now if we head back down from this area, it's going to take us over... Dobie, what are you wearing? To another area that I'm really proud of. This is my little forest. I really like how this area turned out. It's literally just that, a forest, but I think it's really, really pretty. This was kind of the first time that I've done a build like this, and I really like how it turned out. I know it's really cluttered, obviously you can't see much, but I just like how the layered trees look, and I think it turned out really great. If you do it at different angles, it really gives you that illusion that it actually is a forest. And I love that. Over here coming out of the forest, we have my little flower shop, which again, this is an area that I'm like, is it gonna stay like this? I am not sure, but for the time being, I do actually like how it turned out. I think it's really cute and sweet. I got some inspiration from Twitter for this one and just kind of ran with it. I built this when Festival was happening, so I tried to incorporate some of the Festival stuff to kind of spruce up this area. And if we come down and around, we enter the last section of my... Oop. Forgot all this stuff was here. This is my Mario haul from my favorite treasure island, Peach Orchard, shout out. What is this snowman still doing here? He should be put away. This area is clearly kind of just a joke, work in progress type area, but there are certain things I like. For Annabelle, I love the way that this hammock, this tree, temporary timed item, I forget what it's called, and the little champagne glass all go together. I feel like it's very Annabelle. And then if you head back across and go up the stairs, it takes us to my Able sisters. I haven't switched out the fashions outside yet because they are still winter themed. I do plan to change this table as well because it doesn't quite go, but everything else with this area I think is pretty cute. This pipe is temporary, but over here we have a little area where I imagine they come to work on their stuff outside so they can get some fresh air. There's a little gnome watching and a place for them to wash and dry clothes. Again, this gives you a really pretty viewpoint for my forest, and that was something that I had done intentionally, so I'm really happy with how that looks because I just think it's really cool. So passing the Able sisters takes us over here. There's a little river that runs through here, and I love how this looks. This was one of the first things I terraformed when I started after flattening this island, and I just think it's so cute. I need to figure out how to decorate it a little better, but this is never going away because I just think it's really adorable the way that it kind of winds around. I feel like it really gives the illusion that the island is super big and expansive. Over here is Skye's house and her backyard. Again, obviously a lot of this festival stuff is kind of a joke. It was here temporarily, and also there's a shamrock drink on the ground that I forgot that I put there. And finally, here is a look at the flowered mountains behind my resident services. I feel like this area is really cool looking, but again, I kind of just threw flowers down. So this will probably change, but I do like the idea of having a super tiered look behind resident services to kind of give it a backdrop of sorts. Alright, and that is it for the tour of my unfinished FAIRYCORE island. Look forward to a finished FAIRYCORE island tour eventually in the distant future. One day I will finish this island, but who knows when that will be. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you like this little bit of a different video. I will get back to Concordia in the next one, and we will see what progress I have made over there. I will give you a little spoiler alert. I currently have 5 villagers because I haven't been playing too much. I want to make sure... Oh, Hey, Flurry. What's up, girl? I don't want to make too much progress not on video because I do want to show the progress to you all. But anyways, that's going to be it from me. Thanks for watching from me and my pal Flurry. I will see you guys in the next video.